Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for today's episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our Wip Wednesday edition. And so happy Wednesday to everybody. Um, this ages me, but I do remember when that Hump Day commercial first came out with the camel. Hump Day. So I am looking forward to a wonderful Wednesday. And how are you today? I am changing it up this morning. I'm having some hot tea. This is some Lady Grey tea that I'm hoping will help soothe my throat a little bit. It's a little scratchy this morning. Good morning, Nikki. It's good to see you. Hey, Nisi, good morning. I'm so glad that you get to hang out before you go to work this morning. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Mm. My Lady Grey tea is so pretty. Look, it's not that dark black tea look. It has kind of an orange look to it. It's just a really light. I think it has some bergamot in it, and I just really like it. Mm. No sweetener. No sweetener. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good. Good. Hey, Robin. Lady Grey is the best, isn't it? It's just got that smooth flavor. And I don't need any sweetener in it, although I can put sweetener in it, and it's just as good. But the Lady Grey is so smooth that I don't need sweetener in it. Good morning, Naomi. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. Nisi's up nice and early this morning. Nikki's up nice and early, and Naomi, you're in Central Zone, right? Central Time Zone. So everybody's up a little bit earlier than me because I'm in Eastern Time Zone. Yeah. So, how is everybody this week? Are you doing okay? I have had this. Whatever you want to call it, for over a week now. Thought I was getting better. My voice will get better, and everything seems really good. But when I first get up in the morning, everything's a little rusty. So we have to like lube up the vocal cords with some hot tea and get that going. Yeah. Nisi says, I just finished my last block on a 63 sampler block Afghan. Now you're ready to sew all the blocks together. That is crazy amazing. Nisi, tell me, how big are the blocks? That is amazing. A 63 pattern sampler. Oh my goodness. You have 6 more blocks to finish on your husband's log cabin comfort blanket. Wow, you are rocking and rolling. And then you'll be ready to sew those 25 blocks together. Nice. Naomi says, I got a kiosk set up this week, so I'm getting ready and lurking this morning. Nice. You have a kiosk set up. That is so amazing. I think it's wonderful that you are in an area that has this capability. That's wonderful. Nikki says the grands were sick all last week too. Cough, yeah, and snotty noses, yeah. It's really crazy. It's really crazy what's going around. Yeah. Okay, Nisi says the 63 blocks are 7 by 7 inches. Nice. And hubby's blocks are 8 by 8. Nice. Now the granny square, the granny squares that have been sent in to me for my granny square blanket, they are 7 by 7 also. So it's like 5 rows of regular granny square crochet, and so that is really fun. Oh, thanks, Naomi. Put a little makeup on this morning. Probably put too much on because I'm not used to how to do that. I can't laugh because if I laugh, I'll start coughing. Mm-mm-mm. I tell you what, this, no. That was the lid to my tote that I'm keeping my my blanket in. Yes, that lovely scrap blanket that I was working on. Good morning, Valerie. It's good to see you. Yay. Nikki says, it was Sophia's second week of school, so we were expecting she'd bring something home and pass it to her sister. Yes. Isn't that the way? I mean, kids go to school and they share everything. Everything. So, yeah. And you'd think that as germophobic as I am, like not touching things and blah, 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 that I wouldn't be getting sick. But I guess I let my guard down a little bit. We're so glad to see you, Valerie. We really are. So glad to see you. Oh, my goodness. I have a feeling that Alice is still asleep. So if y'all want to just like go ding her, ding, ding, ding. Wake up, Alice. It's good to see everyone here this morning. And I did, you were in love with sanitizer. Yes. Before 2020, you mean? Yes. I know. I was too. And I've actually taken it, I knew what you meant, Nikki. I actually take it a little step further because I don't just want that sanitizer on my hands. I do like the wet ones. And of course, good old washing your hands is always good too. Nothing wrong with washing your hands. But I take containers of wet ones with me everywhere. I have them in the car. Excuse me, this tea is making me have little bubbles. I take wet ones with me in the car. The little slot in the door that holds water bottle, well, that's perfect for holding a little tube of wet ones. And so, you know, we go to the store, we do some shopping, we come out, we wipe our hands. I just open up the thing and I start handing them out. People in the car that ride with me more than once, they know I'm just handing them out. That's what we do. And, you know, you pump gas, you come back in the car, you wipe your hands. Oh, you went from baby wipes to Clorox. Nikki, you've taken it a step further than me, but you know, I'm not averse to some good Clorox. Oh, thanks, Naomi. Thank you. She's probably still sleeping. She's sleeping in. Truth be told, she probably stayed up all night crocheting because I think she's getting ready for a show as well. You carry wet ones and gloves. Oh, you know what? Valerie, you took it up a notch with the gloves. You know, that's a good thing to do when you're going to, you know, pump gas. You could just put those gloves on. Yeah. I mean, you just never know, you know. You don't know. You don't know. Let's just leave it at that. So, weird thing happened last night about 2:30 in the morning, and I know it was probably someone who was lost and coming up the mountain to a cabin, you know, for the first time because they got lost. But they propped themselves. They started coming up in the driveway, and then I guess they realized, no, that wasn't right. And so they kind of just sat in the road right in front of the cabin for about 10 minutes. And so I'm standing there looking at, you know, going, okay, what are you doing? I knew that they were probably lost, but, you know, I'm like, you could just move along, you know, being up in the mountains, you know, you notice things, right? You notice people, you notice all kinds of things. Then right after that, out by the car, the driveway comes up a hill, and then you can park right next to the cabin. But then right, you know, it's wider than a car, so you can pull your car up, but it's not wide enough for two cars to be side by side, okay? And then there's just a hill that goes almost straight up. Let's put it this way. When the little granddaughter tried to climb up it, she's doing this, and she's grabbing dirt and limbs and tree trunks and trying to pull herself up, and then she slid right back down. So that's how, it is almost straight up. It's almost like rock climbing. Well, a couple nights ago, my sister-in-law has cameras all around the cabin. And so she tries to catch bears on camera. Hey, Patricia, good morning. Good morning. Oh, yes. And there's private property, and they still managed to make it up that far, right? And so I think that they were just sitting there trying to get a signal, trying to get, figure out where they needed to go. I'll tell you a little more about that. And so anyway, it was a little bit after that, and I heard crack, and it was a crack of something stepping on a limb or a branch. It was like crack, and it kind of reverberated in the mountains, right? And it was right out there. Well, a couple days ago, my sister-in-law sent me a video, and she said, "Do you see it?" And I'm like, it was a video from her camera, right? And I'm like, oh, I knew what she meant. Good morning, Miguel. It's good to see you. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're getting that phone. I'm so glad. That is wonderful news. And so my sister-in-law sent me the video, and it was hard to see details, right? For me, I really couldn't see the details, but I did hear the grunting, and it was grunting. So it was, woof, 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 like that. And so it was between a grunt and a snort. And so, yeah. So when movement happens, and that one is trained for the front of the cabin, well, I'll say the front. It's not really, it's like the door side, the driveway side, right? And so it's trained on that side. And the cameras are designed so that anytime there's movement, the lights come on and it starts recording. And then when it starts recording, it messages her, and it dings her and her husband, because they have it both on their phones, so they can watch and see what's going on, right? So anyway, and they can talk through it too. And they can hear, so it's like a two-way. Anyway, it's really nice setup. She ordered it on Amazon during the Amazon days, the Tuesday and Wednesday. Got a really good deal on it. It was 4 cameras. I don't know. Anyway, so she messages me this video, and I'm looking and looking and looking. And then she tells me, turn up the volume. So I turned up the volume. She's like, do you hear the grunt? Do you hear the snort? And I'm listening, and then all of a sudden I hear this, oh, and you could hear something, and you could almost see, but I had a hard time making out the shape of a bear, right? But she's telling me her husband, Tim, looked at it on his tablet, on his iPad, whatever, and it was a bear. It was a bear, Miguel. Yes. And so we're up in the mountains, and apparently even the neighbors have taken video of black bears right in this neighborhood, right? And so my brother-in-law, he pulled it up on his tablet, and he said he could see the outline of a bear. So, yeah. And we knew that there were bears here. I saw a bear. I did. A few years ago, we had our Rosie girl here. It was my husband and I, and we were outside. We were trying to get her to go potty on the leash. Do you know how hard it is to get a dog to go potty on a leash if you've never done it before? The dog's like, I think we're going somewhere. I'm not going to, And so anyway, I was sitting in a chair. They are getting ready to hibernate, but not for another month or so. It's not quite cold enough for them to do that yet. And when they hibernate, do you know that they don't actually always go into caves like in the storybooks, They can if they have them. Oh, you have black bears too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're coming in search of food. Yes. Yes. Oh, they're going to be hitting your apple tree. Oh my goodness. Well, that's what they do here. And the bears, if we have a really good berry season, then we can pretty much be assured that the bears don't necessarily come down into town, because then, they have the berries and everything. But if they don't have berries, then they go further into town searching for food. Well, so we've got some bears around here. And like I said, a couple years ago, I was sitting in a chair in the driveway just up past the house, and Rosie was on her leash and my husband was out there, and I was looking straight up, because it's trees and grass and all that, right? And I was looking straight up, and I heard this crack of a limb, and I look up and I see I didn't have my glasses on, right? And I see this black shape, and it was big, but it was up the hill, on the next property up. And because it was just past the property line goes up a little ways up the hill, but then it was a little bit further up, and it was like at the crest, at the ridge. And I looked up and I saw the shape of a bear, and it was black, and it was just a big black ball that I saw without my glasses, right? And I jumped up and I started yelling, bear, bear, bear. And I get Rosie, because I'm like, I don't want the bear. I didn't want Rosie to get crazy with the bear. I didn't want the bear to get crazy with her or with us. Although a lot of times dogs will chase bears away. Bears don't usually engage unless you get between a mama bear and a baby bear. And then they will, defend or protect. But usually they'll just run away. Black bears. That's a black bear. I'm not saying about any other bear. And well, of course, I think probably when I yelled bear, the bear ran, and it was up on the ridge anyway. So it was close enough to come down and visit us. See this outline of this bear right here? Yeah. So anyway, nobody believed me, because we didn't have video of actual bears here. But I was like, I know I saw a bear. Like, I started hyperventilating. I knew I saw a bear. Well, then I started thinking I was crazy. So I was like, okay, whatever. I saw a tree stump that then all of a sudden disappeared. Okay. And so anyway, the last time Tanya and Tim were here by themselves, it was a while ago, and they met the neighbors up the hill, straight up the hill, and they had just moved in, and they were from Tanya and Tim's town where they live. They were from there, and it was so funny. So they got to talking, and the neighbors invited them for dinner. Oh yeah. I know. When you see bobcats and you see wild hogs and you see things, and then people are like, no, you're crazy. You're like, yeah, I really did. And so anyway, they went to dinner. The neighbor had invited them to dinner, so they went to dinner, and they started talking about, the neighbor started talking about bears, and my brother-in-law Tim, he's always been like, there are no bears up here. I've never seen a bear, and he's always, I don't believe it. They showed them video of actual bears, like several of them just like walking through this yard, walking through their yard, and oh yeah. And so, he's like, okay, my brother-in-law, he's like, okay, I guess, there are, but I've never seen any. So then last night I was talking to my sister-in-law, and I was talking about that video, and she had her phone on speaker, and Tim pipes in, and he's like, I believe it now. I saw that bear. He was all excited. It was funny. And so he does believe now, because he saw it right behind our van. So, of course, we don't have any food in the van, and we always keep it locked, because those bears are smart, and they know how to open up a car door, and they get in there, and then when they get in there, they ransack. Hey, Connie, good morning. It's good to see you. Spreading some Connie, the biscuit and buddy boy love your way. Oh, doing great. Tim is a believer. That's right, Miguel. Tim is a believer now. He's like, he got all excited. So yeah, you guys have coyotes too, and oh my gosh, yeah. And you have mountain cats and wolves. Oh, wow. And let's see. Nisi says we have black, brown, and grizzly bears. Like one type is not enough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you always carry protection when you go outside. You have to when you live on a mountain, right? Yeah, I know because even though, oh, Nikki's seen a bobcat and everybody said the same thing to her. And Miguel has bobcats and wild hogs too. Oh my goodness, see? Mm. You just never know. You just never know. So anyway, let's get some crochet going. I'm going to crochet some today on my buddy boy love goes to everyone. I tell you what, Connie, you give that boy a kiss on his head for me because I wanted to kiss his head so bad the other day. And I was watching him lay there taking over your stuff. And yes, it's a chicken. You want to see it? Oh, let me loosen this up a little bit. There we go. It says, oh, let me move this too. It says, guess what? Yeah. Guess what? Oh, isn't that funny? I love that. I love this shirt. I love this shirt. So guess what? Chicken butt. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm going to crochet. You crochet along with me. And like I said, remember when I said that if you're not really a fan of a color, just give it a little bit and then you can change it over, right? You need to get that for your sister-in-law. I found it on Amazon. Yeah. Thank you, Connie. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Oh, he's a bed hog. Yes. Oh, your monster has a beauty appointment this morning. Oh my goodness, a beauty appointment. That is so good. Oh, you know, we all can use all the help we can get sometimes, right? Whether you have fur, feathers, human hair. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so I'm getting this together. I'm going to go down just a little bit more. Oh, I got to loosen this up. There we go. You have a friend that's a groomer? Good. That's wonderful. I love that because then you don't have to worry about coming home with a bald dog, right? I saw a video the other day, and it was this woman, and she was like, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. And she had two beautiful standard poodles. And if you know anything about a standard poodle, they have their fur is so soft like hair. And when crocheting two strands together, how do I keep it from twisting up on me? I just hold it like this. And you know what? I don't even see it's going to twist, and I don't even worry about it. And if you'll look, do you see how some strands show a little more blue and some strands show like half blue, half red? Oop, let me move this. And then some strands show a little more red. It's because of the twisting. But I think that is what makes it so interesting and so marbled looking, right? When you do the scrap crochet and you use two strands of different colors, that's, I think, what gives it that marbly look. It does. It adds a texture. It sure does. Yes. So I'm working on this. What are you working on today? And let me know. Good morning, Alice. You slept in. Well, you needed it. Good morning. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not a big deal. I just let it go. And, I even made a blanket one time with 4 strands of 4-weight yarn, and I used a Q hook, and I keep seeing people on the road. It's my imagination. And so I used 4 strands. I used a Q hook, and it was a very simple pattern. And oh yay! Give me the thumbs up. That's awesome. And it was a very fast blanket, very fast. And it was supposed to be like the 3-hour blanket or something like that. I don't know. This was back in the 90s that I did that blanket. And gosh, I had so much fun. Back then I was doing doilies. I was doing the chunky blankets. I even did a baby blanket in a oh, you've seen a couple of, oh, good, Nisi, thank you. You've seen some cards and things. Okay. I keep thinking that there's something over my shoulders. So, yeah, we, let's see. It's for a birthday party and theme is pink. Oh, nice. Nice. Let me see. What is it that you're doing? Oh, let's see. A pink mandala blanket. Oh, Valerie, that is going to be gorgeous. That is going to be so gorgeous. So I'm not really a fan of this red right here. I'm not. But I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it. Let's see. How far did we go with it? Okay, so it's like halfway of the row before, and I'm starting on the next row. So I haven't even done a whole row with this red. I'll do a whole row, and then I'll change it up. So, you know, that's the thing. Just because you don't like the way it's looking doesn't mean it's not going to enhance your, oh, thanks, Alice, thanks. Doesn't mean that it's not going to enhance your blanket itself, right? So, oh, I was going to tell you, I've even done a baby blanket, and this is just an idea, okay? A baby blanket with 3 strands of baby yarn. And what you do is you use, let's see, I think it was an N hook, if I'm not mistaken. This was quite a while ago. Thanks, Alice. It does make it pop. So even though I wouldn't want, you know, a whole blanket like this, it gives it a little, you know, a little edge, a little, you know, it's not all one color. So because this is going to be more like, you know, I don't know what we're going to call it. But anyway, it's just a scrap yarn blanket. And I need to lubricate my tonsils a little more. Yes. So anyway, yeah, the guy that was outside this morning at at 2:30 in the morning, he sat there for a while and then he backed up and then he ended up going up the road. Like he backed up and then there's another road right there. There's quite a few, like where the cabin is on a corner where there's a road and then there's a road going down that way and then there's a road going up even higher in the mountain. And then the next cabin over on that side, they're on a corner as well. So there's a road there. So I think he just got really confused about where he was. And thankfully he didn't get out there and meet a bear face to face. That would have been interesting. So this morning I did hear that, that little crack. It wasn't a little crack, it was a big crack. So I sent my sister a message and I said, hey, you know, and I said, I heard a big crack out there this morning. Can you, you know, check on your phone and see if it was a bear? And so when I was talking to my sweet sister-in-law last night, she went home. She's a teacher and she teaches pre-K and she's taught pre-K for quite a while, almost 40 years. Yeah. And, you know, she's got a lot of qualifications. But anyway, she came home sick yesterday. Well, actually, she came home sick Friday, and she slept all weekend long. She went into work yesterday because her assistant ended up catching pink eye from the children. So she had to stay home yesterday. And so my sweet sissy went in to work, and by 2 o'clock, the other teachers were saying, "Are you okay?" Because she was so pale. And Nikki says she's almost done with the Coraline doll, just the face to finish. Ooh, I love that little girl, the way she looks and everything. I've never seen the movie. I thought it was really cute, but I didn't have any children that would really, want to see that movie, so I never watched it. But it looks like a really cute movie, and I like the characters. Isn't it a Tim Burton movie, right? I think it is, and I like the way his figures are drawn. So anyway. Okay, so I'm back exactly where I started with the red. And, it's a good movie. Yes. Nice. Ooh, Miguel just made fresh scrambled eggs with eggs from his ladies. And, yum. We'll be right there, Miguel. You just scramble up a few more. Yummy, yummy. I may have to have scrambled eggs this morning, now that Miguel influenced me. You influencer, you. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I'm going to go to the end of this row, and then I think I'm going to change out the red. I don't know what I'm going to change it up with. I've got several different colors that I could use. I just recently used a green. So see that right there, and then below that is some purple and teal and orange and yellow and peach and purple and brown. And so anyway, it just keeps going. I just keep changing it up. So I can't wait till this gets done. Let's see. Oh, you've got to head out and go to work. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. This is... it's been a work in progress. It's going to go on a full-size bed, and I'm excited to get it finished. It's going to work as it's going to be the bedspread, I think, on the full-size guest bed in our new home. So, yeah, I'm going to work on this and get it done. This is so fun. I really like making scrap blankets. I really do. Oh, yeah, I do have a purple. I do. That does sound good, doesn't it? I have some scrap purple right here. Yep, I do. I have purple, pink, tan. I even have this blue that has a little sparkle in it, and I don't care. I have some more yellow. I have this, which has like browns and pinks and whites in it. I have a lot of different scrap colors. And you know what? I have so much yarn that even if... Oh, look, see, this is starting with the blue and the white now. See how that's doing? This one that I'm using... Oh, I piled it all up on top of the ones I am... Oh, and look, this one's almost done. So this one, as soon as this one gets done, I'll have to change that one out. So I may need to go from that to... Maybe I'll go from that one to a purple, and then I'll change out the red to something else, because that one's going to run out first. So I don't like changing both of them at one time, because then it doesn't give the smooth transition, you know? It's more like it's just a stop and a start. And I like the way all of these just kind of transition. Like, you're never sure exactly where it stops and starts. Well, this one you can see right there. But most of them, you know, it just transitions in such an easy way. So, yeah. You love scrap projects? I do too, Miguel. I do too. So yeah, crochet along with me. Wip Wednesday. Let's work on our whips. Today is the day. I know Alice will only be working on whips, works in progress, because on Wednesday, that's all she does. She doesn't start new projects. And, you know, that's the way to do it, because then you have at least one day a week dedicated to working on projects that you've already started. And the more you whittle away at them, the more you can get done, right? I don't know. Are you like me? I love starting new projects. I start new projects and then I set them aside not because I don't like them. If I don't like them, then I'll just frog them, right? And you start them on Tuesdays. Yes. Purple is like bacon. It makes everything better. I agree. I love purple. Oh my goodness. I love that saying, Miguel. That's funny. And bacon, yeah, it does make everything better. You are correct. You are correct. So, here we go. Oh yeah, that blue is almost at the end. I think it's going to take me to the end of this. And so that's good. So, I'm excited because tonight my daughter-in-law and my youngest granddaughter is going to be coming to the cabin, and we've got a project going for the house, and so my daughter-in-law is coming to work on that, and so that's fun, and so we're excited about that. And the oldest granddaughter, Nicole, she is in a lot of activities and whatnot at at home, and so she's staying home this time at her request. She wants to do her activities and and keep up with what she's doing. And so look, the little blue is almost gone. We'll see how far it takes me. Will it take me to the end? I don't know. So that'll be fun. We'll have the our daughter-in-law, and we'll have the youngest granddaughter, and so that will be a lot of fun. So let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. So I think that one I am going to do a purple on. Thanks, Miguel, for the awesome suggestion. Let me see. Oh boy, which end do I use? It's all gonna come down to, okay, so that's in the middle. But it looks like that other one is too. Oh boy, this is what happens when you have a homemade cake. And yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I have my scissors. For some reason, there was a knot right there, so I'm going to cut that off. And, all right. Here we go. I'm going to go back out a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to do a magic knot, and I'll do it up in the air. If you need help with doing a magic knot and or a tutorial, I do have a tutorial for the magic knot on my tutorial list. It's a pretty easy tutorial to follow. And so if you've never been able to master the magic knot, or if you've never tried, this tutorial is for you, because look at me. I'm doing it in the air, and it's really super easy. And my instructions will make it so easy that you won't have any trouble with the magic knot. So, all right. Here we go. So I've been trying to get some airtime on some of my old tutorials. So I've been playing them, at night or when we're gone. I'll play them and play them with the sound on. It doesn't have to be real loud, but with the sound on, so that I can get a little more airtime on them. And also, so that the more they get played, the more that they will get shared. So there are there's several really, really good tutorials out there that are just underplayed, I think. Some of them are patterns like the All About That Stitch, the Peacock Stitch, and the Elizabeth Stitch, and all these different ones that, they are really good stitches, and you could use those for anything, for any type of blanket or any type of project. And I don't think that they get quite enough airtime, So I've been playing them, trying to maybe increase the algorithm on them and get them out there a little more. But as I was watching them, there was one last night that I was watching, and it was my peaceful, easy feeling motif. And I was watching it, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. And I said to my husband, sometimes I watch these and I can't believe that I actually came up with this pattern. The peaceful, easy feeling motif is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I am just very humbly amazed that came out of my head. It's like I can't even believe that it. Oh, okay, bye, Naomi. Have a great day. Have a very successful week. And so, I was watching it last night, and I'm like, that is a really great motif. I need to do something with that motif to show everyone what to do with it, right? And I think that maybe that would get more. I don't know. That would get more play on that particular. They want you to have the sound on, at least on like one. I watch a lot of things with the subtitles too. I read something somewhere that with YouTube, the sound has to be on at least a little bit in order for you to get credit for the watch. I don't know why. Because with subtitles, it is a whole lot easier to watch it, especially if you're in public, and you don't want to be playing it out loud. So I don't know. I only know what I read, and that was a while ago, and they change rules all the time. So I don't really know. But thank you for asking. That was really nice. I know I like to watch videos and things with the with the subtitles on. You know, there's like a lot of etiquette going on in the world right now, and regards to, do you play your videos loud, or do you play them soft, or do you completely have the volume off? Oh, you watch lots of other languages, so no sound. Yeah, yeah. I I would think that they would allow having that. Oh, you use an earpiece? Yeah. Well, that counts. That does, because the volume would be up. My question is, how do they know? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, Nikki, I get it. I do. How would they know, though, if you use, if you have the sound on or not? I don't know. To me, that's crazy, right? It's pretty crazy. But anyway, so here we go with the purple. That just started. Yay. And let me see. Get this knot in there. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, I think I might just let this red run out and then change it up. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's a small ball of scrap yarn right now, so it's a dark purple. On the camera, it kind of looks not dark purple. I don't know. It feels good, though. It feels really good. So you know what you could do? If you were wanting to make a blanket, you could do 2 or 3 or even 4 strands of yarn and just increase the hook a little bit with each one. So if you used 4 strands of yarn, you're going to want to use a Q hook. If you use 3 strands of yarn, you will probably want to use an N hook. 2 strands of yarn, right now I'm using a 7 milli, which is this one. And I think this 7 milli is making it nice and tight. If I wanted it to be a softer blanket, I would totally go up. This is a 7 millimeter. I would totally go up to a 10 and not worry 1 ounce about it, because that would just make it not quite so thick. This is really thick. This is going to be a solid blanket to put on your bed in the winter to keep you warm. It is probably, for me, it would probably even be too warm, because I like to have my, I have to regulate, so I have to stick my feet out in the winter, right? Does anybody else have to do that? You have to stick that, at least that 1 foot out, so that you don't overheat. It's so funny because I watched a video of this girl that had been given a shark blanket, and it actually had like the face of the shark was here, and it like had a hood, and it was like almost like a Snuggie, right? Only it just kind of like enveloped her, right? It was a shark blanket, and she was like all covered up and everything. And I just thought, wow, that looks so comfy and warm, and I will never be able to do that because I would get so hot so fast. But we'll see. After I'm here in Tennessee for a few years, we'll see. The story may change. I may start saying, oh, I'm so cold. Oh, I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, well, I'm going to continue on with this row. And happy Wip Wednesday to everybody. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of the week. And, you do the 1 foot out too? It is very heavy. Yes, Robin, have you made one of these before? Oh my gosh, it is so heavy. So that's why I'm thinking, it might be just a bedspread type deal, right? Or for those who need like a really heavy blanket, this would be fine. But I think maybe, maybe the younger girls They could handle it, or the young children, or men who are like always cold. This would be great, right? Um, but it's really heavy, so I don't know how I'm going to wash it. Because the newer washing machines, they say don't put like a heavy comforter or anything in it because it will, when it goes into the spin cycle, I guess I don't know. Anyway, it ruins whatever regulates the spin cycle and it throws it off and then, or the drum or whatever. And then after a few years, you have to get a new drum because the weight of it, nothing's made like it used to, right? Yeah. Nothing is made like it used to be. So nowadays, everything is electronic and computerized. Even our ovens, our stoves, our dishwashers, everything has a computer in it. Our refrigerator. Yeah. So, yeah, this is looking really pretty. Look how it just kind of transitioned from like this into this, which looks like a really, really warm sweater, and then into here and here. It is giving it a nice little bit of pop, isn't it? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Well, gang, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week. I will see you on Friday, and I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we'll do a live from the house. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll see. I hope that you stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you next time. Oh, and yes, you did too. You're an all body out. I know. I sleep mostly without a blanket. Yeah. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. I agree, Robin. I'm the same way. Hot stuff. Bye, guys.